I'm grounded, I trust myself, and I'm speaking from the heart, then my voice wouldn't be so blocked. Like all of that fear of judgment would be able to dissipate. Hello, welcome back. I'm back with Richard Schwartz's book, No Bad Parts, and we're going to be doing the second exercise at the end of chapter 1 called Mapping Your Parts. So I'm going to have Dr. Schwartz in my ear. It's nice on Audible because you can go right to the exercises. And so we're doing the second exercise, mapping your parts. And so let's do it. I'm gonna get comfy because it's going inward again, meditative type stuff. You'll need a pad of paper and a pencil or a pen. I'm using this. So to start, pick a part, not the one you worked with earlier, but a different one. The trailhead could be any emotion, thought, belief, impulse, or sensation. So I'm dropping down into my body. Focusing on this part, I'm going to find it in or around my body. Stay focused on it until you get a sense of how it could be represented on the page in front of you. It doesn't have to be high art, just a scribble, any image would work. Just find a way to represent it on the blank page and stay focused on it until a way to do that comes to you, and then go ahead and draw it. So I'm starting here, my throat area. I'm drawing a symbol for it. My trailhead is being afraid to express myself, voice my opinion. And now that I have it, I'm going to focus back on that place in my body until I notice a shift happening. When another part comes forward, another sensation, belief, thought, I'm going to focus here and then wait for a shift. Just be patient and wait for something else to happen. You notice that shift. I shifted down to my heart center. So here are my two symbols so far. I've got the throat and then the heart. So really simple. I'm making symbols. It came from here, dropped down to my heart. Now I'm going to focus on my heart to see where this leads next. I'm just waiting for another part to show up. And I found it in my gut. So now I'm going back to my gut. And then I'm waiting for another shift. So my fourth, it led me down to, I'm sitting, so this is like being held. Kind of shifts me back up to the crown of my head. Kind of like the idea of making a crown shape and having like these rays shooting out. So I got that sensation that my energy was flowing out through the crown of my head. And I feel like that's the complete system for me. You repeat this until you get a sense that you've mapped out one complete system. You've probably heard of the onion analogy in psychotherapy, where you're peeling back the layers of the onion. In IFS, they talk about it as a garlic with the cloves, and each clove are these system of parts. All these different cloves, each of which contains a handful of different parts that are related to each other. Maybe they're all stuck in one place in the past. But as you work with one clove, you feel some relief from some of the burdens that it had. But it may not have touched the others because they're all kind of separate from other traumas, possibly. So this mapping exercise is designed to bring forth one of your cloves, one of your subsystems. But you can use the same procedure to map out other cloves. Okay, so now we're going to hold the page a little distant. Take a look at these 4 or 5 parts that are on the page with a little more perspective. Now he's going to ask some questions. First question is, how do they relate to each other? They do have relationships with each other. So do some protect the others? Are there some that fight with each other? Do some of them team up against the others? As you start getting those answers, you can make notes on your map so you don't forget. For mine, I'm talking about this block in my throat and how what was connected with that, and I feel like how they're relating to each other is my heart kind of unblocks my throat. So if I speak from the heart, and if I'm in my authenticity, speaking from the heart, then that would help unblock my throat. My gut, if I trust myself, that would also help me let go of this block about expressing myself. The seated area where I'm grounded, to my head, my brain, I feel like logic has to be part of it too. I feel like this is a formula for how to express myself freely without fear of judgment. And covering all these bases, I feel like they're kind of all helping in the healing of my block. Well, let me see what else. Maybe they do inhibit each other sometimes too. Second question is, take a look at these parts again, and how do you feel toward them? So for me, I don't love that I have this block, and I've thought about it a lot, where it's like, well, why don't I put myself out there? Why don't I feel free to express myself? And I do it anyway, of course, here I am, but not without discomfort, fear of judgment, things like that. So yeah, so that's how I feel about that. But I know that if I'm speaking from the heart and being authentic, then I don't have anything to worry about. Trusting myself has always been a tough issue for me. Yeah, just like grounded in the knowing that my choices are correct, or they're going to lead me somewhere good. I think this is a great reminder to drop down into my body and ground myself, and yeah, just kind of slow down and quiet everything to figure things out, like when I have a tough question or a problem. And then with the head, when I meditate, I feel like I imagine, and this didn't come up for me the first time I did this exercise, but this expansiveness around me, and using my mind to kind of imagine the vastness of the universe and how small I really am in it. So why not express myself the way I want to and put myself out there, because look, I'm just this tiny speck, but if I can help others with what I've learned in helping myself, why not? So the last question, as you look at this group, see if you get a sense of what they need from you. I feel like they need my trust. And I've written a lot of this down, but I think they need my trust. Trust that my body and these parts will tell me what I need to know and guide me. I also feel like this group in particular reminds me of Reiki. And when I do Reiki treatments or healings or whatever you want to call it, she goes through my chakras, and these are basically my chakras. So just remembering that they are connected and the energy can shift and flow and change from one to the other. And they can kind of help me do that. So this fear of judgment for my own expression can be released when I, speak from the heart, trust my gut, ground myself, and use my mind, mindfulness, maybe logic, also feel that expansiveness. So much fun. I'm so excited. This was so great. So once you feel like you've answered the questions and you feel like this is complete, the process, you can sort of come back out to the outer world here, and don't forget to thank your parts for letting you map them out and letting you get to know them better, and tell them that this is not the last time you'll be talking to them, and then shift your focus back outside. So this exercise is recommended for when you have a pressing issue in your life. Go inside and some of the answers can come to you, what decision to make, what parts are making it difficult. Mapping your parts is another way to separate from them as well, because often we're quite blended with more than one. So very interesting stuff. I feel like I always get a lot out of these exercises, so it's really exciting. And to be able to use exercises that are expanding my own understanding of myself, and then expressing it on the page, and then having this work to remind me, nothing better. So thank you so much for joining me. This is amazing, and if you enjoy this video, please subscribe and like, and let me know what you want to see more of. And if you didn't follow along with the exercise this time, come back and do it when you're ready. Get that piece of paper and pencil, and you don't have to take the artwork any farther than this. It's me and I want to. So yeah, so thanks for joining me. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so grateful for you. See you next time.